Sagittarius, cosmic trailblazer and truth arrow marksman. This is your orbit map for July 14th through July 20th. 10 cards trace one sweeping storyline. By the end, you'll know where to shoot forward, where to pivot, and how to turn every fork in the road into an epic detour worth telling around a campfire. Perhaps you're weighing a partnership, scouting new territory, or deciding whether to leave a comfy plateau in favor of a wild summit. Stay close. Each reveal adds another star to your constellation of meaning. Exhale stale air, inhale fresh altitude. Card 1 fires now. 5 overhand shuffles, 7 cards per pass, 1 circuit for every Sagittarian domain. Adventure, philosophy, generosity, humor, and broad sky vision. Each whisk of cardstock against cardstock brushes dust off the compass. This deck is tuned to Sagittarius Sun, Moon, Rising, plus anyone steering 9th house wins this week. Watch my palms fan, cut, and bridge. With the last click, your itinerary for July 14th to 20th seals like a passport stamp. Observe the spread unveil. Center, the living pulse. Cross, friction or fuel. Root, the buried vow. Left, echoes from last month. Crown, the banner goal. Right, the near future catalyst. Finally, the vertical tower, how you view yourself, how the world mirrors you, what whisper of hope or dread lingers in midnight hours, and the most likely horizon. Picture runway lights illuminating one by one until a single path glows neon. Deep breath. Card 1 is ready. Two figures stand beneath angelic light, choice fused with connection. This week opens on pivotal alignment: business ally, romantic partner, or internal yin-yang negotiation. Venus in Gemini trines your sun, spotlighting contracts and heartfelt dialogues. Pause and ask, does this choice multiply freedom or siphon it? A yes will feel like lungs expanding. Enhance discernment by listing 3 non-negotiables that define healthy partnerships for you. Adventure, intellectual spark, spiritual growth. Read them aloud each morning. This primes your reticular brain to notice red flag misalignments before they hijack momentum. Then sketch a quick star map of current relationships. Plot names closer or farther from the center according to shared vision. The visual instantly reveals who deserves front row access to your energy. The crossing 8 of Cups tests whether courage matches conviction. A cloaked seeker walks away from stacked goblets toward misty mountains. Something once fulfilling now feels flavorless. Mercury stations retrograde in Leo on Friday, making exits emotional yet overdue. Draft 2 lists. Legacy you'll carry forward versus weight you'll leave behind. Momentum loves empty saddlebags. Seal the farewell with a river release ritual. Write the stale commitment on dissolvable paper, drop it into moving water, even a sink works, and watch the ink bloom away. Neuroscientists note that visual disintegration cues the limbic system to relax its attachment grasp, freeing cognitive bandwidth for new quests. Keep the final empty cup upside down on your desk as a reminder that space is your friend. The subconscious Ace of Cups uncorks why new waters call. A divine hand offers an overflowing chalice. Beneath wanderlust throbs a need for emotional renewal, a fresh wellspring of joy. not recycled enthusiasm. Mars in Cancer sextiles the moon midweek, priming heart doors. Schedule an awe appointment. Sunrise lookout, candlelit bath, art museum stroll. That micro-pilgrimage primes intuition for the Emperor's cameo from last month. Amplify the overflow. Keep a small vial of water from that moment. Rain, fountain, or tap blessed with intention. Label it first drop. Whenever doubt creeps in, place a single drop on your tongue and recall the sensation of wonder. Psychologists call this anchoring. Linking taste to memory quickly reactivates the original emotional state, making inspiration portable. Card 4 shows the structure that became both ladder and cage. Stone throne, rams on armrests, structure ruled June, deadlines, budgets, fitness macros. Useful, yet heavy. Saturn retrograde now tests whether those walls protect or imprison. Review one rigid rule and redraft it as a guideline. Flexibility is archery's silent coach. Bring Aries fire into balance by doing the rule stress test. Imagine violating the rule for 24 hours. Does disaster strike, or does life merely wobble? Wobbles reveal settings you can lower without collapse, freeing time for spontaneous learning. Finish by thanking the Emperor energy. Gratitude signals the subconscious you're keeping discipline, just shedding excess armor. The crowning 10 of Pentacles shows where long-term scaffolding still serves. Pulse check. Lovers posed a choice. 8 of Cups urged a courageous walkaway. Ace of Cups revealed thirst for new joy. Emperor reminded you why rules arose. We've traveled alignment, departure, renewal, audit. Card 5, 10 of Pentacles, tests whether legacy and liberty can coexist. Family under archway with 10 coins. Your conscious aim, durable prosperity, land deeds, royalties, brand equity. Jupiter mid-sign brings scaling wins. Sketch a 10-year vision board Sunday morning. Include non-material treasures, time, impact. Ask, will my grandkids thank me for this pivot? Then perform a legacy domino drill. Write the big milestone at year 10, then step backward. What must be true at year 7, year 4, next quarter? Domino logic shrinks the intimidating distance between now and then. Finally, create a 10-coin jar. Each time you complete a domino task, drop a coin, real or digital, to gamify the path. Behavioral economists show tangible trackers boost follow-through by up to 40%. The near-future 3 of Swords warns what happens if hard truths get sidelined. Storm clouds, pierced heart. By Saturday, Mars squares the nodes. Unspoken grievances surface, perhaps contract fine print or hidden resentment. Pain equals data. Rather than patch holes, dissect the leak. Journal 3 times. I'm hurt because, until the statement becomes actionable feedback. Share it in one clear sentence. Courageous clarity keeps arrows sharp. Practice the no adjective rule. Describe the issue using only nouns and verbs, no blame adjectives. For example, deadline shifted, I adjusted, payment delayed. This pares feelings down to observable events, making dialogue less defensive and more solvable. Reward yourself afterward with a 15-minute movement burst. Dance, sprint, skip rope. Kinesthetic release prevents emotional lactic acid from stiffening future negotiations. Self-view card next. Juggler dances 2 coins amid waves. You see yourself balancing gigs, relationships, self-care. Mercury retrograde forces triage. Color code tasks. Green feeds mission. Yellow is neutral. Red drains. Drop one red ball. Flow improves. Add a rhythm reset. Set a metronome app to 60 BPM for 5 minutes while you juggle tasks mentally. Syncing breath and thought to an external beat trains cognitive cadence. So multitasking feels like choreography, not chaos. Neuroscience research shows rhythm entrainment reduces perceived workload by up to 18%. The environmental 2 of Wands shows external horizons aligning. Figure holding globe surveys unknown lands. Collaborators, algorithms, or mentors present doorways. Online course invite. Remote role travel voucher. Sun in Cancer trines Jupiter Sunday. Distant opportunities glow. Research visas, cross-time zone logistics. Draft a portal proposal. A one-page brief outlining why you're the perfect candidate to occupy that new land. Skills, past wins, unique SAG flair. Even if you never send it, the act clarifies prerequisites. Post a brief on your wall. Opportunities love hosts who look prepared. The Knight of Pentacles rides in to evaluate resources. Steady rider on plowed field. Hope, sustainable income. Fear, boredom. Commit to one daily micro-habit. 15-minute skill drill or budget check. Momentum compounds. Remember, a moving horse beats a stationary rocket. Gamify monotony with a yellow brick tracker. Place a sticky brick on a wall calendar for each day you complete the micro-habit. Bricks must form an unbroken road. Gaps reset the streak. Studies show visual streaks leverage loss aversion, making you twice as likely to stick with bland but vital routines. Outcome card. Wheel of Fortune spins the summary. Golden will circled by Sphinx, Snake, and Beasts. Outcome, pivotal shift. By Wednesday the 24th, Mars trines Uranus, triggering serendipity. Keep an oracle log. Note odd coincidences, song lyrics, repeating numbers, surprise emails. 3 or more confirm the wheel is turning. Ready your arrow. The next revolution launches in August. Capstone ritual. Spin a physical object, a coin, pin, or actual mini wheel. And where it stops, mark the facing direction. Take one tiny action aligned with that direction. If it points east, email a prospect in a different time zone. North, read a finance article. West, revisit a creative hobby. South, schedule a rest block. Acting on the wheel's random cue creates a feedback loop between intention and chance, accelerating synchronicity. Trace the saga. Lovers set the fork. Cups walked and overflowed. Emperor audited. Pentacles built legacy. Swords pierced illusion. Pentacles juggled. Wands mapped horizons. Knight paced the journey. Will spun destiny. Translation. Choose, depart, feel, refine, anchor, reveal, balance, explore, sustain, pivot. Cycle through that cadence, and every adventure etches wisdom into your map. If the lover's crossroads defines your week, type a line. If the wheel's pivot calls louder, type turn. Share this roadmap with another Sagittarius ready for new territory. And tap subscribe. Fresh guidance lands here every week. Keep your arrows true, your heart uncaged, and your compass tuned to wonder. I'll meet you beneath next week's sky.